Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You know, 2 years ago, and during the Canadian accreditation of the residency programs at KSU and the College of Medicine, the surveyors of the Royal College of Canada asked me, being a program director of the joint residency program, we have this question for you. As you know, the CANMEDs, there is 7 CANMEDs competencies the resident is supposed to master. How do you assure that the resident master the health advocate competency? Do you know the CANMEDs, 7 CANMEDs, the residents? What is the 7 CANMEDs competencies? Sorry? Okay. Okay. Scholar. Collaboration. Leader. Excellent. So, regarding the health advocate, how can we assure that the residents are really mastering this competency? I told them that we have a very active team in the program known as Know Your Eyes, involving in many community awareness program. And I explained to them these activities. They were amazed with their activities, and this aspect was one of the strong features of this program when we received the Royal College report. So this issue and this aspect done by this amazing team was really a very strong aspect in the program which was in the report. So I will leave the floor for the leader of the orchestra, Dr. Adey Al-Wayfir, and his team members. They will tell us what they did during the last 2 years, and also they will mention for us who is the participants in these programs. Adey?
Thank you, Prof. Mzeni. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Before I start, I'm going to be talking about our activities in Know Your Eyes during the period in which I was in charge of. And just to document the historical background of the Community Awareness Program, before me, the one that established the Community Awareness Program was Dr. Awad Al-Garni, who's currently an attending consultant over here. And at that time, the program director was Dr. Abdullah Al-Fawaz. I'll go back to October 2015. I was starting my 3rd year, and I received a call from our chief resident back then, Dr. Faisal Al-Marik, and he wanted me to take care of the community awareness program. And I was hesitant at the beginning because the first thing that came to my mind is I already have enough headache from my residency itself, so why should I bother about community awareness? And the community awareness program at that time was like a hot potato no one wants to take care of. And then on the other hand, I saw a lot of volunteers, students, interns, residents, optometrists, and even some attending staff. They are willing to participate, but they don't have anybody to organize them. So I thought that that'd be like a link between those two arms, and this is what I did. Actually, I have no much effort in these achievements that you will see. It was just organization. So we started in October 2015. We aimed to perform an outreach visit to the city of Rimah, and it was in association with the King Saud University Ophthalmology Department, Dr. Saeed Al-Wadani and Dr. Ahmed Musa. Over there we went and we screened about 200 patients. Those with emergency conditions were referred directly to the emergency room at King Abdulaziz University Hospital, and those with non-emergent condition were given referrals to describe their conditions. And then we decided to go online. So in collaboration with Dr. Umar bin Hussein, who is a 40-year resident right now, we established a program which is called An Advice from an Eye Doctor, and we described the eye doctor in Arabic as Kahal. So it was called Nasihat Kahal. And this was published online during the months of November and December. And we managed to hit about 6,000 beneficiaries, people that have benefited from this project. And these are some of examples that some of the advices that we spread online in collaboration with some of the attending doctors over here. And then the year 2016 started. Before that, we got, in late 2015, also in November, we got an invitation from the Ministry of Health, specifically the Diabetic Awareness Committee, and they wanted us to participate in awareness about diabetic retinopathy and screening of patients. So we joined them at King Abdullah Park over here in Riyadh, and this is a group photo of the team that was with me at that time. And then in 2016, World Glaucoma Week, again, we were not in favor of doing on-site activities. We thought that it's better if we go online. So in collaboration with the glaucoma department at King Saud University, we published a video which is titled No Glaucoma Before Glaucoma Knows You, and it's available on YouTube. You can take a look at it. It's a 1-minute video discussing the most important aspects about glaucoma screening specifically. And it was a video graphic that I personally designed because this is my area of interest. And anybody that hasn't seen it can take a look at it on YouTube. Later at that day, Dr. Saad Al-Anizi, who's a 40-year resident also, noticed, as we all have, that the occupational injuries that happen to manual workers over here in Saudi Arabia that we see at the emergency room at King Abdulaziz needs some kind of health awareness or intervention. And Dr. Saad, thankfully, was initiative enough to contact industrial areas over here in Riyadh. And we also contacted the Riyadh Metro project, and we collaborated with these people. We went on site to the industrial areas where manual workers work. We gave them protective glasses, we spread awareness, and this activity was done in collaboration also with the Saudi Ophthalmology Society. This is a photo from one of the portable housing units at the Riyadh Metro project, where they gathered a lot of manual workers, and we educated them about the seriousness of occupational eye problems. And then in 2016, during the World Sight Day, we had two very energetic students actually from King Saud University, Dr. Shayma Rifai and Dr. Zaina Sawah. They had a proposal, and the only thing that we did is that we took care of this proposal, and we make sure that they get connected with the proper channels, which were the Saudi Ophthalmology Society and the National Prevention of Blindness Committee, and we submitted and executed this project, which was done in 3 locations here at KKash, at King Saud, and at Granada Mall. And these are some of the photos from the World Sight Day activity that was done. And after that, by 1 month, Dr. Hassan Al-Dibi contacted me, and he was in charge of the Saudi Retina Group, and they were thinking about performing some kind of awareness in concordance with the Diabetes Day, which was on 14th of November 2016. And we did an activity over here at KKash and outside. This is Dr. Yamani when he was in charge, opening the exhibition. So this is in brief. Actually, each project, there are a full list of soldiers, not me, behind it. And if I would talk about each project, I could spend an hour. But I thought I'd just spare 5 minutes to show you what we did in the last year and a half. And I see a lot of attendings over here and a lot of residents and fellows. So I'd like to invite everybody to work with us in the future. If you just have an idea, I know everybody's busy. an idea may make a difference. So just make sure you deliver it to the proper person. I'm going to leave you now with my colleague, Dr. Ahmed Erbi'an, who is going to be the team leader for the upcoming period. And he's going to talk to you about the upcoming plans and projects. Ahmed.
Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon. My name is Ahmed Erbi'an. I'm a second year resident from KSU program. I'll talk very briefly about our plan in 2017. In the year 2016, we reached to a benchmark that we are planning to exceed, inshallah, next year. We do have more than 75 active members, including students, interns, ophthalmologists, and resident fellows. We created social media websites or participated in the websites. We reached more than 6,000 followers on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. Our team have created more than 50 educational multimedia materials that we are distributing every time and then during our activity. We reach more than 2,000 individuals who have benefited from our activities. So this was covered clearly by Prof. Hani. Volunteering work and community awareness, we truly believe that it is very important part of our curriculum. Being a health advocate is very important, but at the end of the day we are trainees and time is very limited. So our plan is to create a very clear structure of work that would let everybody participate without affecting the process of education. It is a very challenge, and we'll try to make it as effective as possible next year, inshallah. This is our projects for the next year. We will be participating in the World Glaucoma Day with the Saudi Glaucoma community. We do have a project under the supervision of Dr. Abdullah Al-Ataibi, which is an amblyopia screening. We will go into schools and we will look for amblyopia. It is a very, we do see a lot of patients who is neglected in the schools and nobody's taking care of them. This is something that would change the practice if we can achieve it. We will be participating also in the Saudi Ophthalmology 2017 in April. Our group will also help Dr. Abdullah Al-Fawaz and his group in their project, which is a keratoconus community screening. So everybody is invited to our community group. Everybody is welcomed. We need your help and we do need your support. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ahmed. We'll now move to awarding the volunteers that have worked with us. I'd like to ask Professor Khalid Tabara and Professor Hanim Zani to step on the stage, please, to honor the volunteers. We'll first start by attending consultants. We'll go in an alphabetical sequence. First of all, Dr. Abdullah Al-Fawaz. Dr. Abdullah Al-Fawaz worked with us in the occupational eye hazard campaign, and he's also one of the people that worked in founding the community awareness program. Dr. Ahmed Musa. Dr. Ahmed Musa works in the Department of Ophthalmology. I'm sure that everybody is familiar with Dr. Ahmed, and he's helped us a lot in statistics and tracking our progress and how to improve ourselves. So I'd like to thank Dr. Ahmed. Professor Isam Uthman. Professor Isam has worked with us in every glaucoma activity we do, and he also worked with us during editing the video, and he's also supported us during the World Sight Day at King Khalid University Hospital. So thank you, Dr. Isam. دكتور حسن الذيبي. Dr. Hassan worked with us during the World Diabetes Day, November 2016, and he was a great supporter actually, and he is promising us more efforts and more contribution. Thank you, Dr. Hassan. Professor Mbarak Al-Farhan. Being at the National Prevention Blindness Committee, Professor Mbarak Al-Farhan has logistically supported us throughout our activities in collaboration with them, so thank you, Dr. Farhan. Dr. Ahood Aweda. Dr. Ahood was head of the Public Health Education Committee at the Saudi Ophthalmology Society, and she was a great support to us in collaboration with the SOS, so thank you, Dr. Ahood. Dr. Saeed Al-Wad'ani. Dr. Saeed supervised the group that went to Ramah, and he also was a great supporter to us with our online activities, so thank you, Dr. Saeed. I'd like now to, all our volunteers are distinguished, but there are 7 individuals that have really contributed to the community awareness program more than I. So I'd like to distinguish those 7 amongst others, and I'd like to call them one by one. Dr. Saad Hamdan Al-Anizi. Dr. Abdurrahman Abdullah Zaid. Dr. Abdurrahman Faisal Al-Blushi. Dr. Faisal Al-Dahash. Dr. Umar bin Hussein. Dr. Shayma Al-Rafai. Dr. Sharma is actually a medical student among those 7 or 6 distinguished residents. She is actually a student with powers that are beyond her level. She herself led the group that executed the World Sight Day activity. So she has a really bright future, I can assure that. I'd like now to call the volunteers by name, and each one of them will step on the stage to collect his certificate. Abdulaziz Al-Daghri, Abdullah Al-Matir, Abdul Malik Al-Yahya, Abir Alawi, Ahmed Al-Amir, Ahmed Al-Jal'oud, إيمان الشريف، هبة الشريف، خالد العبد الجبار، خالد الشعلان، محمد السماري، نوف الزندي، عمر العباسي، عثمان الحقيل، دعاء مليباري. We'll take a group photo at the end, so just to save time, each one just take your certificate and we'll take a group photo at the end. شاكر الرشيدي، طارق الزاحم، وليد السرحاني، ياسر الثنيان, and finally زياد الحربي. In the meantime, I'd like to extend my thanks and gratitude to King Khalid Eye Specialist Hospital, specifically Dr. Abdulaziz Al-Rajhi, who just left the auditorium for an emergency. So I'd like to thank him for his kind support in planning and executing this event. And I'd also like to thank all the secretarial staff that have worked with me in organizing this. And I'd also like to thank Fernando, who's currently behind the camera and taking photos. So thank you very much.